Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my Friday stamping. Let me just straighten out my camera. Let me see if I got it. Okay, there we go. Nice and straight. Good evening everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Just going to give it a few more seconds. I can see everyone jumping on. Hi Jean, hi Lori. Hi, Brina. Hi, Angie. Okay, everyone's finding me okay. So tonight is my monthly paper pumpkin night. Our kits were a little bit late this month due to shipping. So I am I think I'm a week or two late doing my paper pumpkin. But this month's kit is the Kisses and Hugs. So I'm going to show you how to make one of each card. And then I have two fabulous alternative projects for you. I know some of you guys were anxious for my alternative projects. So here, I don't know if you guys realize when you flip your flyer over, there's always some alternative projects there, and I kind of copied all three of them, but I did them a little different. You can see this card, it's got purple colors to it, fresh freesia. I decided to keep it with Flirty Flamingo, so all I did was cut up an envelope, 5 by 3 3/4. I sponged some Flirty Flamingo on the bottom, and then I took the little heart image. Let me bring the stamp set in. The little heart image right here, and I just made 3 rows of 4, and then I did 3 in Highland Heather, and I cut those by hand. Makes a really pretty card. So there's one alternative if you copy what's on the back. This next one, all I did was fold the envelope flat and seal it, and then you just cut off the top and it makes a pocket. I just have a tissue paper in here for now. I didn't put anything in there yet, but I used some of the elements from the kit. Just a quick way to make a little treat holder. You could even put a cookie inside or anything really neat for Valentine's Day. And then my last one is a little box, and I didn't copy it exactly. So all you need to do on this is pretty easy also. You just cut up 2 envelopes. You keep one part, the front part, 2 times because you need a top and a bottom. You score at 1 inch all the way around. Just fold that, cut snips, and then glue your corners together. Now for the top one to fit over the bottom one, because you can see here I have 2. I'm going to bring this close so you can see. When I glue the bottom, the one on the inside, I make sure the edges are nice and flush. When I do the top, you can see here I leave about a 1/16 of an inch. So it makes the box top looser so it fits on the bottom part. This is a flap from the envelope. I just glued that on and trimmed it. And then a couple of the layers. So really easy treat box. Okay, so let's get going on. These are the 2 cards that come with the kit. So there's the first one. And then here's the second one. So I'm going to create these 2 with you. I'm just going to show you what came with the kit. We have the self-adhesive sequins. We have the gray granite stamping spot, but I always use my large ink pad. So I'm going to get that ready. We have some mini dimensionals, and I already showed you the stamp set that came with that. So let's start out with this one. Let me bring it over so you guys can see it. So you're going to need the little arrow, the 2 white hearts, and then the little square. And let me see, I'm going to grab the right stamps. For You and Sending Love. I left this one blank so you can write your little note on the inside. So let me bring in my ink pad. There's the Sending Love. Then we're going to do the For You. I got to bring this down so I can see it. So pretty simple. We're going to add dimensionals. Everything else on the inside is flat because you want your card to, of course, to fold flat. Make sure I get the right side. We're just going to glue that. Then I'm going to get my little sequins. We're going to put 3 across. Okay, now we're going to do the inside. I'm going to grab my liquid glue. You do get glue dots with your kit, but because I'm filming, to make it quicker, I'm using the liquid glue. I'm gonna glue that right there. Same thing with my little square that I just stamped on. And you guys, you really need to stick around. My last project, I just had a light bulb moment. You're gonna love it, I promise. If you guys really like these and you don't have enough Valentines to send out or don't have enough people to send them to, what I'm going to show you at the end, my last project, is perfect. Okay, so there's the first card and it folds this way. So pretty simple. Here's the next one. Now on this one, we needed a vellum heart, the blushing bride, flirty flamingo, and a white one. I'm going to start out with the vellum. I know that there's another heart going over this, so I'm just going to add glue in the center, just so it won't show. So these would be fabulous projects to do with kids or grandkids. I think they would love this. Sending you love. Now on this one, we need to do the little arrow. I'm going to do that first. Then we're going to do the love you on top. And the more on the bottom. I love this because my husband and I used to always say this to each other every night. Love you more and love you the mostest. I actually have a sign in our bedroom that says that. Okay, that's going to go over the vellum heart. And again, we're doing the inside with these, so I'm going to glue those flat just so the card will fold flat. So some of you guys might just need a few Valentines. And like I said, the last project I show you will use up the rest of your stuff. The rest of your stash. Okay, we're going to put 3 of the sequins on this card. And that's it for this card. Look how quick. So if you guys need to do some quick Valentines, this is the way to go. Okay, let me make some room. I'm going to show you the first alternative project. This is what I'm going to use. I call these the guts. This is the gut after punching out everything that you need here. I'm making a super duper large card. And this is what I made with it using the guts. I'm going to fill in all those little the holes, each hole. And it is a huge card, so you'll have to make a special envelope to go with it. And these are all of my pieces. I want to keep these together because that's what's going to go on the hearts. Now, on the hearts, I did use the Sweet Conversations, the dies, the Sweethearts dies. You got a lot here, and you'll see my last project is going to use these dies also. Okay, so this cardstock measures 11. That's why it's big. I wanted to keep it at 11 by 6. Actually, it's a little bit longer than 6. 6 1/8, and that's because of the size of this white piece. And I scored at 5.5. And this is gray granite is the color. Now on this, I have it so it's got a little bit of color on each end. It's a little too long right here, so I'm going to cut off about 1/8 of an inch just from the bottom. And then you're going to have enough there so that you have color peeking through all four sides. We're not going to glue that yet. This is from an envelope, and this is from one of the hearts that I had left over. And all I did is I cut this big enough so it's going to fit under the heart. So it's 2 7/8 by 2 5/8. Before I glue this one down, I'm going to use the vellum heart, and I need to glue that on this side. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue around the edge because the heart is bigger than the hole. So it fits on there perfectly. I just need to trim the bottom just a little. But I'm going to glue the little designer paper that I made first. Whoops. I want my X's and O to be nice and straight across, so I'm going to go this way. Whoops. I just want to make sure they go nice and straight across. So you can see how subtle that is peeking through the vellum. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that just a little bit. So we can go ahead and finish this one, which is these right here. So I'm going to need liquid glue on these hearts. And you can see that this was cut from one of the envelopes. Again, using the dies that I just showed you. This would even be cute, not even as a card. You could have it as a decor item on a mantle, or okay, I'm gonna add these later. You know, on a mantle or on a shelf. Okay, now I'm gonna do the one on top is gonna be done last because that one is actually glued right to the card base. So I'm gonna keep that one for last. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one here. Now on the first card, I have the striped pattern from one of the cards. This time I'm gonna do the polka dot pattern. Again, I'm gonna flip this over. Add liquid glue. This one doesn't matter if it's straight or not, it's just polka dots. I'm going to flip that over. It's kind of like a little puzzle. This fits on the inside. You can't even see only a few of the polka dots. Okay, now I need these three, and I need to put glue on these two. So this one's going to go here. And the last one on this heart is going to be with a dimensional. And like I said, I'll add all of the sequins later. Now this one actually, even though I'm gluing it flat, I can go ahead and decorate it. We're going to do this one and this one, what is flat. And then once I glue the white piece to the card base, I'll sneak this on the inside. But look what you can do with just a bunch of die cut hearts. Okay, dimensionals on this one. And then I've got one more to do. Okay, so we'll keep that one for last. We're going to flip this over one more time for the flirty flamingo heart. And that should fit perfectly. So you flip it over, the color peeks through. I love these colors together. Now we're going to add an arrow. And I need to stamp. Let me see if I can find my, is this the love you? Nope. Okay, where's my love you? Hold on. I got too many stamps going. That's more right here. We're just going to stamp love you on the bottom. And we're going to glue that with dimensionals. Oh, Jean is saying this would be cute for a baby's room. Yes, it would. Okay, and that's going to go right in the middle. Now we're ready to glue this whole part. I want to make sure this is the right direction. And I am going to bring in my larger dimensionals. I'm going to add a lot of dimensionals on this one. It's so big. I think I'll put some in the middle too. And then a few of the smaller ones. Let me see if I can sneak one right here. Now you got to watch me peel all of these. Now, of course, if you do use this for a baby's room, it'd be more on the pink side for a girl. You could make your own hearts and make them blue or more masculine. Okay, now let's see if we can get this glued nice and straight. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add glue on the inside right here. This is going to fit. I'm going to bring it back so you guys can see. I just need to watch what I'm doing. And lastly, we're going to add some of the sequins. But doesn't that make a nice card or decor item? Adding a lot of bling. Okay. So there's my super humongous card. I love it. Okay, let me clean off my counter because now the grand finale. This is going to take a while for me to create for you. Let me see. I just got to bring in a pile of layers. This is what we're going to use. And I'm also bringing in the Simply Elegant trim. I'm using the gold. You can also use silver. Okay, you guys ready? Here's my another decor piece. I made a sampler. Oh, and you guys know what? I forgot to bring another canvas with me. I need to go get a canvas. I forgot to bring one. I'll be right back. You guys can probably hear me running. Okay, this is a 12 by 12 artist canvas. Those are the ones that are 1/2 inch thick. I get them on Amazon. I usually buy a pack. They come in 7 or 8. And I do all my samplers on these. So let me bring this back in just to show you the detail. You can see that I used some hearts from the cards. These are the envelopes. I'm all out of breath, you guys. I ran all the way down to the other end of the house. Let me just make my little piles. And I'll explain as I'm going what I'm using. Now, because I do not have any 12 by 12 cardstock, and this is gray granite, that's why I put the twine right in the middle, because that's where my two pieces are going to meet, and that hides that. So these two pieces, 11 by 5.5, we're going to glue those down first. So I'm going to bring my artist canvas back in. But aren't those colors so pretty for a canvas, for a sampler? Just going to add a lot of glue. And I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch. And you're going to see when I put the twine on there, it's going to cover that little split where they meet. So like I said at the beginning of the video, for those of you that did not use up all your cards and you're wondering what to do with the rest of them, there's your answer. Okay, I'm going to put that I'm just going to flip it over. I usually flip it over and then press flat from the inside. And the glue really, really sticks well to this canvas. Okay, now I'm going to bring my twine in. I'm going to wrap it around there 3 times. I think. Let me look. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to wrap around 3 times. It's so awkward to try to fit this all on the camera. Okay, wait, I need 1 more. No, that's it, right? No, 1 more. I got to go finish at the other end. Okay, there's my 3. Now I'm just going to make a bow. And let me bring my loops in. And if you guys, if you don't belong to our Stamp and Ink Designs group, we have an Easter sampler going on right now. The sign up is all done, but we do samplers a couple times a year. We just finished a Valentine's one, and now we're working on an Easter one. Okay, so there's the twine that covers where those 2 cardstock pieces meet. So I'm going to put this aside. You also need 4 envelopes. I already cut 3 of them. I'm going to show you how I cut the bottom off first. And I'm just going to cut off just a little sliver, enough to open this up. I'm going to cut off one of the sides. And then I need this to measure 4. I know you're going to love these fractions. 4 13/16. So when you count that, just count all the lines. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. And the other way is 4 3/8. So you need 4 of those. Let's make sure they all measure the same. Okay, they're all the same. I need to grab a little sanding block just to sand the edge of the envelope frayed a little bit. Okay. So now we get to work on our 4 squares. I had 2 complete cards. I've already gone ahead and cut the hearts off 2 of them. Now, what not to do? Do not cut on the score line, because then you're going to have a flat edge on your heart. So what I did is I took a heart, I flipped this on the white side, I lined them up, and then all I did was trace that and cut with my scissors. That way you have a rounded heart. See, look how perfect. Let's see, that one's going to go on this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to line those up. So I already went ahead and cut 2 of them, so you wouldn't have to watch me cut 4. That one's going to go here, and that one's going to go here. Perfectly cut hearts. Okay, now I need to bring my sampler in so you guys can see each square as I build. I'm going to bring this all the way to the other side. We're going to work on this one first. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down with dimensionals. So you can make several of these if you have quite a few cards left over. Did I get those? Yeah, I did. Okay, now this is going to be glued like so. And I need an arrow, a blushing bride, a flirty flamingo, and a polka dot. We're going to glue, oh, I got to stamp first. Okay, where is my sending love? And we're going to glue that with dimensionals. Now, while I start gluing these, I just want to remind you guys that we're still in celebration mode. And Paper Pumpkin, the pricing is going up next month. And I usually try to remind you guys to lock in the price. I locked in my price this week with a 1-year subscription. If you buy the 1-year subscription now, your price won't go up because you're locking it in for a year. Okay, here's a little heart. And then we're going to glue this one with a dimensional. And again, I'll add all of the sequins when I'm done. So there's the first one. Where'd that come from? There's our first one. Now we're going to move on to the second one. Now this one has the cute little tag right here that I cut using the dies. Okay, and again, we're going to glue this to the envelope layer. I do need to grab the X and the O because I'm going to stamp that. Now, let me see. I'm going to make sure that's nice and straight. And we're going to stamp that on one of the white hearts with the gray ink. And where's my little tag? I'm going to add some gold twine on the tag. I'm just going to make a little bow. A lot of little pieces on this sampler, but it comes together so good. Okay, now I'm going to glue this on with dimensionals. And that's going to go over to the left. Then we're going to glue the heart with dimensionals. And that's going to overlap on the tag a tad. We need a big heart. We're going to have a lot of dimensionals paper backings sitting everywhere. Okay, I need a little one of these and one of these. We're going to add liquid glue. Whoops, I dropped it. I should have my little take your pick tool out here so I can grab them. Okay, there's number 2. Now we're going to move on to this one. And I did use the little heart die cut for some of these hearts because I did run out of hearts from what the kit came with. But I used the envelope liners for most of them. Okay, there's that one. Let me see what else we need. We need a vellum heart, a white heart, 2 of these, and these. Now I have, let me see if I can sneak this in better, Love You More. So we're going to do the more on one heart, on one of these square pre-printed. Now I got to find my Love You again. That's going to go on the other one. So Love You More. I'm going to glue the vellum heart first, and I know that there's going to be stuff glued in the center, so that won't show. This one is with dimensionals. Oh, thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I'm so glad you like this. I just thought it was a good idea to use with all your leftovers. Now we're going to add liquid glue to all of these pieces. Let me add the hearts first. We're going to put one here. This is easy when I have this one to look at too. Okay, I'm going to do the more first because we have to be able to see that word. Love you more. Okay, so there's that one. We just need to add sequins. One more to go. Look at all the little backings I've got here. I'm going to have to dig my little vacuum out. Oh, you know what? I need my X-Acto knife for this one. I forgot to show you that, what I did with the arrow. I have it going through the Flirty Flamingo heart. Now, let me get, it's this heart right here. And what I did is I wanted the arrow, and let me bring it up, see if you can see. I made 2 slits right there so I could slide the pieces in. I made the arrow longer. It looks longer by cutting it in half. And then I'm just going to do 2 little cuts. And I want to make sure that I can go through because I need to glue the arrows in there. It just elongates my arrow just a little bit longer. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze this through the little hole. So it gives it about 1/4 of an inch more in length by doing this. If you are not good with knives, don't do this. Let me see, I just got to pop this up. But it gives it a neat look too, like it's coming through the heart. Like the little Valentine's cherub came through. Okay, now, dimensionals. And it's going to go over at an angle. Now I'm going to add a little bit of glue under the arrow, and then the front part just needs a dimensional. Okay, now this was one of the leftover middles of the card, one of the cards, the centerpiece that I just cut it short around the lettering. I'm going to actually add liquid glue on this side and then a dimensional on the right hand side because we already have height right here. And that's going to go about there. And now let's see, I should have 3 hearts left over, I hope. I see 2. Did I lose one? I think I lost one. I just want to double check. Yep, I lost one, so I'll have to add the big one later. I'll have to cut another one. It's here somewhere. My counter is like a disaster right now. Okay, that goes there. And maybe I was one short too. This one goes right here. So I need one more right there. Now let me bring my sampler in. We're going to glue these pieces down. And then I will add the sequins. I'm adding liquid glue. This one's empty. I'm not going to take the time to cut out another heart, but I will finish it, I promise. Okay, that goes right there. Then we've got, this one is next. I'm probably going to find that heart on the floor. That one, and I kind of did the pink diagonally and the vanilla diagonally. This one goes right here. One more, you guys. You've been so patient. I hope you love this. And if you make one, I would love to see what your version looks like. Okay, lastly, we need some bling. So let me bring the other one in. I added a lot of bling because this is going to sit on a shelf or on a wall somewhere, and it just looks good with all the bling. There's one sheet. And I will put pictures of my projects. Probably tomorrow I'll add them to Facebook so you guys can see them. But don't forget, the 1-year subscription is the best deal going right now, just so you're locked in without having the higher price. One more to go. So what do you guys think? Do you love this? Okay, and one more heart right here. So let me put this one on top. There's my finished canvas. Here, let me move this over just a tad. These are the 2 cards. These are the cards using the directions from the kit. And then I had my other alternative projects. The little box. And then the little pouch. There you go. So thanks so much for joining me. And I'm glad you guys love the sampler so much. I hope you guys will create one. Terry, the size is 12 by 12. The canvas is 12 by 12. So any other questions, I'll go back and read your comments. Thanks for joining me tonight, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And I hope to see you on Wednesday on my Stampin' Ink Designs group. Have a good night and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.